Welcome to this episode of Victory Laps Podcast. I'm your host, Mally Mal. To my left, you have Almighty.
What's good? Victory Last Pod.
You already know, man. Behind the camera, we got Bass.
Wait. Now that's a little cap though. I mean, I went to class most of the time. To most of the time, turn to sometimes, but sometimes shit happen. Down at my lowest, people they ain't even noticed. Call me a real, I'm a poet. I cop it and blow it. After college was my brokest. Gotta get shit back in motion. Down at my lowest, shit got me feeling so bogus. Know I'm that nigga, I'm goated. I gotta stay focused. Lost it, regaining my focus. Gotta get shit back in motion. I'm out of the way. I need my personal space, so please get up out of my face. A smile on my face, they don't see the smile on your face, and they start getting out of their place.
All right, man. So our special guest today is a Indy native, 2022-23 Conference USA, Michael L. Silv, Female Athlete of the Year awardee, 4-time All-American, 4-time All-Region nominee, and a 3-time AVCA South Region Player of the Year. In Conference USA, she is a 4-time All-Conference and All-Tournament selection, 3-time Conference Player of the Year winner, and was the league's Defensive Player of the Year in 2021. Coming off of a championship run with Portugal Team FC Porto, introducing none other than Lauren Matthews. Lauren, you ready to run your lap?
Yeah, already.
All right.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, happy to have you here. All right. Now, first of all, before we start, man, we got a little surprise for you. All right, so to start off this episode, we heard that you a grandma's baby. So we thought we could dedicate this episode to all the grandparents out there. All right, so at the end of the show, we're going to have a little surprise for the credits. Also, we heard that you like Skittles. What's your favorite Skittles?
The purple bag, for sure. Oh, you have Skittles?
We got Skittles.
Hey.
We got two bags. We got two kinds of Skittles.
Sure.
Pass them, brother.
Not the fun side.
Pass them, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Skittles on deck.
Where you get that fun size from?
Don't ask. Don't ask. I won't tell. No way. All right. I'm not gonna lie. I want some of them Skittles too, though.
Hey.
That fun
Yeah,
size.
we
look
gonna
like
pass
you was
them
at
around.
the bottom of your car.
We're gonna pass them around. All right. So Lauren, what you on Victory Last Pod, man? What was a victory for you this week?
A victory for me this week. I feel like I got a lot of things that I needed to handled and things scheduled for what I have planned throughout this summer. I'm supposed to be traveling, doing a pretty decent amount, honestly. And so I have some of that stuff booked. I have doctor's appointments booked just because, it's a little different overseas. So I got to do that when I come home, squeeze all that in. And I got some stuff done around the house. So I call those some victories.
Yes,
Definitely.
doing the small, simple things.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm still unpacking my apartment.
Hey.
Yeah, just help them move.
All my bag's still not unpacked, so
Man.
I feel you.
When did you get back in town?
A day before Mother's Day. But listen, I know that was like 3 weeks ago now.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been sick, so not feeling well.
Hey, nah.
So
I was
bag
definitely
is
down
in the
bad.
other room.
It's some shit going on. I was definitely down bad not too long ago, too.
I was down bad like a month and a half ago or something like that.
Yeah.
This is the first week where I haven't been blowing my nose. So
If y'all notice, there's a lot of people wearing masks again, too, which might be the safe thing to do.
Once they started, they wasn't going to stop.
Yeah. No, I got a bunch of masks. Like, I was cleaning out my room today, found a whole bunch of masks in my classroom. Don't even, I never used them. I had a specific one. You damn near had like your favorite mask type.
Bro,
I had a favorite mask.
All the pandemic did was woke up the paranoia in people. As soon as they hear a sneeze,
No,
they be looking at you like,
you feel me? Like, it's over with.
especially on the
Whoa.
planes. They
Man.
still do that.
Boy, you cough on the plane.
Everybody
you might
breaking
wanna,
their neck.
you feel me?
yeah. I'm trying to figure out who did it, for sure. But so Lauren, man, who is Lauren Matthews? Tell us who Lauren Matthews is.
I would say Lauren Matthews is a Christian, a believer in Jesus Christ, first and foremost. Lauren Matthews is kind-hearted, goofy. Y'all probably be able to tell as this podcast go on. But
That's what we want to see.
Definitely.
Tight. Athletic. That's what everyone knows me for. Volleyball, even though it's a lot deeper than that.
Hmm.
Um,
You went to LN?
yeah, Lawrence North.
Good old LN, huh?
Yeah, y'all was West Side.
Big BD. Shout out them Giants.
I love it when indie people go at it.
Yeah, they get real competitive. We the
No,
best.
seriously.
BD the best.
It's like
Indie animals.
okay.
Oh no.
No, we
Oh,
don't
no.
claim that. Nobody
Oh, no.
nobody claims that. It's always an outsider saying that.
Boy, you ain't never heard me say that. You never will.
You know I'm never gonna stop.
Hey, do what you
It's
gotta
like
do,
y'all
brother.
call Chicago, Chirac, y'all some indie animals.
Speaking of the high schools, what do you think is the best high school rivalry in the city?
Currently or when I was playing?
When you was playing?
I was playing
'Cause it's
for
definitely
volleyball,
different.
The best rivalry, like competition wise, was probably Carmel versus Center Grove.
I was gonna say Carmel and Brownsburg.
Brownsburg started stepping up, but at that time, no. But within like our conference and
The MIC?
on the east side, I definitely say LNLC.
Yeah.
Easy.
I remember being at BD. I would watch some of the girls' games, and we would play Warren. Warren had they had some good girls on their team.
They had a couple.
Yeah, they had some good girls. Melly Mel.
It's on me, my fault, gang. To our understanding, your faith is really important to you. How has your faith helped you stay the course and remain focused?
I would say whenever I'm stressing out or in doubt, like I just have to remember that everything's already written. And so it's out of your control, essentially, what happens at the end of the day, but just stay focused on what you're supposed to do, be in the word so you have discernment on the direction you need to go in, and just kind of stop stressing, honestly. Be in your Bible, be in the word, pray, and yeah. And as I've gotten older, I've gotten better at being more consistent. Now, I'm not saying I'm as consistent or where I want to be with it, but it's a process.
No, I definitely feel that because it's definitely a process. I'm not where I'm at, but I definitely have felt that as I get older, I definitely pray more and you feel me, rely on that faith more. I don't know what it is that takes that age.
We just
for you
become
to get
wiser.
mature,
Like we
you
just
feel
want
me?
we
But
just want that
frontal
mental
lobe.
Yeah, it
fulfillment.
for sure.
We want that mental fulfillment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel it.
I need to get back in church.
Hey, church is wherever, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how do y'all feel about churches? Like, do you feel like you have to go to church to be a true Christian?
No.
No.
I agree. I
But I
agree.
feel like there's things that you need to do in order to
Yeah.
like showcase within your actions, and like tithing is one. You can't really tithe. I mean, I guess you could send a check, but like I don't know, physically being there and watching it at home on your laptop is a lot different than actually being in the environment.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, but church is honestly still wherever.
What's your home church?
Olivet Missionary Baptist on the west side.
I feel like I heard of that. Where's
It's
that?
right by Skateland.
Okay. I
So
probably
as
gotta
much
see
as I
it.
talk about the west side, I've been going to that church. I've been going to that
Since
church.
you was a baby,
Yeah,
that's what's up.
yeah.
I go to the. I'm not gonna say I go because I haven't been in a while. I'm gonna be true to myself. I'm gonna be true. I'm gonna be real. But shout out Pastor Jeffrey A. Johnson, man. That's my guy. Yeah.
Shout
Eastern
out,
Star Church.
I was just about to say that. It sounded familiar.
Eastern Star.
shout out House of Hope.
That's a
We
whole.
from Chicago, man.
Okay.
You feel me? Originally Salem Baptist Church, but you already know what it is.
Yeah.
You feel me? But what was your experience like growing up in Nap, and how did it prepare you for life now?
I would say I grew up in going to all black schools. So the first school I ever went to is called Jewel Christian Academy, which is where your pastor used to preach at, and he was kind of working within the school. So that's how I know him. But Jewel Christian Academy, all black school, Challenge Foundation. Now it's called Avondale Meadows or something. It's like right next to Charles A. Tinley. And I went to Tinley as well. So all black schools. And then I went to LN, and that was like the first. It wasn't even in like a white school. It was just a
It was diverse. Yeah. I was gonna say
but
it's
it was
definitely
still,
diverse.
now it is, but back when I first went, it was predominantly white, so it wasn't as many black kids.
See, looking from the outside, looking in, I feel like you guys was always diverse. Because I feel like when I went to you guys' basketball games, football games, like I had, white people, black people, Hispanics, Indonesian, all types of races. So I feel like you guys was always diverse. But I feel like most schools in the city are diverse.
Yeah.
If we being real. The only one, like you can even say Karma's diverse for sure. They predominantly white. They predominantly white. Yeah. They definitely predominantly white though.
Yeah. But going to a PWI, my Western Kentucky, that was kind of like I'm used to it just because in the volleyball world, it's a predominantly white sport. And so not being around black people, but I grew up around them. So like I know how to, I intermingle with everybody pretty well. And so I feel like that kind of set me up after college just because I'm used to seeing a lot of different people from different backgrounds instead of just being enclosed in one.
Yeah. And that's the good thing about sports though too.
Bro, that's the door
that you can you able to put your differences aside and focus on one common goal.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure. Cause playing baseball with in the suburbs outside of the city. Cause I played in the city for a minute, but when I went outside of the city and started playing travel ball,
serious.
I was the only black dot in sight.
Yeah, that's how it be.
I wish I would have played ball
For miles.
baseball.
Like whenever you see like a black family, like the parents will smile at you or wave like, "What's up, man?" Like, it'd be like that.
Man,
everybody say hi.
Somewhere way down in Illinois, somewhere where it ain't home.
The boonies.
The sticks.
The sticks.
All right, so we heard that you didn't want to go to a Big Ten school. Mm-hmm. Why? Tell us why. And matter of fact, tell us, is it true or not? And then tell us why, if it is.
Looking back on it, I definitely would have reconsidered, especially with the letters I got. But during that time, I was a middle, and I'm undersized for a middle. I'm 5'11", 6 foot with shoes, and then like 5'10" and 3/4 with no shoes. But I just claimed 6 foot on the roster.
You're tall. You're tall.
No, but in volleyball, that's undersized. Like
no, it definitely is some tall girls.
Middle,
it's definitely some tall girls.
The average size for my position, they're like 6'2", 6'3", or above.
But I done seen your highlights. You got that bounce.
I know.
You're athletic for sure. You're an athlete.
But a lot of college coaches didn't want to bank on that and risk that. And for me, I wanted to go somewhere where I was gonna play or they give me a chance to play. And so if I never got an offer, but I got a letter of interest. I just never reached back out. For example, to Nebraska. Nebraska is a volleyball school, 1,000%. And they have good girls come in from all around the country, very talented. And that's not an issue. But I know they focus on height, like especially in the Big Ten. And I wasn't trying to go there, play my freshman year, and then just because a girl coming in is taller than me or transferring in is taller than me, they're going to play her. Like, it's a very political as well. And so I was just trying to be smart and go somewhere where I knew I was going to play and get the ball. So
yeah, it seems like you made the right decision for sure. You definitely did.
The accolades would say so.
Yeah, no doubt. Accolades would say so. So since you chose WKU, what was the most important thing that you think you learned from going there?
It's unvolleyball related. I mean, all of it's related, but not really. Gratitude, learning to give gratitude a lot more, just because anything can be taken from you in an instant, and you just need to be very appreciative of where you're at, just because some people would kill to be in your spot. Not everyone is able or capable to go to D1 school or even further on or do some of the things that I've done. And so just showing gratitude all around.
That's dope that you were able to, build on those attributes at a, PWI school that you may not be. Some people would say is not, built for an African-American female to go play. I
will say at a lot of the PWIs in the athletic community, it's a lot of black people. So sometimes you get caught up in that bubble because your schedule's a lot different than a regular student. And so that's kind of who you would be around, are the athletes. And so, yeah, that's really who most of my friends were, especially when I first got there.
So I'm guessing you still have those bonds with them?
Yeah.
You guys talk like every day?
No.
No.
I don't talk to anyone every day, honestly. I'm on my phone, but I'm not on my phone.
I felt that.
So your major is agriculture and business, right? So tell us about the process of that, of getting your degree at WKU.
So at first, my major was biology, and that's because I wanted to be an orthodontist. And I even did like shadowing. I shadowed a few people in the city and in Indianapolis, just because that's something I actually wanted to pursue. But chemistry, not my forte, not my thing. And because I was majoring in biology, they put me in honors chemistry. And so it was already a harder class off the bat. And I remember after the day you go over the syllabus, the first day, day 2, take a test. Day 3, take a test, take a quiz every time. I'm like,
tripping.
I don't even know what.
Yeah, I'm not even dedicated yet. Not even.
And so I had to be able to be eligible to play. And so I had to think it through and like change some things around. And so I ended up switching to business because I took like a career test. But I was like, I don't really want to just be in business. Like I want to remain in somewhat with science. And so switching over to agribusiness and being in agriculture kind of kept me within that. And so I decided to go that route.
So you got any plans coming up with that, like with your degree?
I'm still working some things out, but I can't really do anything or establish anything solid until I move back and I'm in the States full time.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So we had a true or false question for you because we didn't read your resume, but we just had to make sure it was, you feel me, true or not. We heard the WKU defense, ran through the middle to ensure you got the most touches.
Yeah.
Okay, so you was really like that.
Well, that's why I decided to go there, because normal defenses surround their defense with the outside, the pin hitter. And so if it's a junk ball, they send it to the outside. But they sent me junk balls and good balls. And that's not really common at all in volleyball anywhere. And so I was like, okay, like, yeah, give me the ball. And they were a competitive school. Like, they weren't like a Big Ten or Power 5, but they beat Power 5s and Power Big Ten schools. So honestly, the name didn't matter because they were still good. And that's what a lot of people get confused with. Just because it's a big school, it doesn't mean they're good at what they're doing.
Nah, that's real. That's real. I definitely didn't make the best decision going out to my first college, but it wasn't even about the big school. I just made the decision purely on football. It wasn't the best decision to make. I should have weighed all the options.
Yeah, I feel that. But it got you where you are now, so.
Hey, for sure. I got up out of there, though. Did my 2-year bid and got up out of that jail.
Salute.
Hey, can't even shout out Fayette, Iowa. I hated it.
Did a little victory lap and left.
Yeah, I ain't even do the lap. I just peeled off.
Hand me. I got a hand me.
So how does it feel to be known as one of the GOATs to come out of WKU?
Honestly, everyone calls me that, but I'm just kind of like
Who's everybody?
people on social
like people
media.
on social media and like your teammates. Do your teammates gas you up like that?
My former teammates, none of the girls I played professionally with, but like my former teammates too.
Yeah, nigga, because they was with you through it all.
No,
Yeah,
for sure.
I couldn't have done any of what I did without them.
Yeah.
Because it's a team sport at the end of the day, and there were some really good girls on the teams I played on. So, shout out to them.
Yeah, that's a lap for you. I'm gonna take a drink.
No, I'm gonna take a drink.
That's a lap for Lauren. She top 2 and she ain't number 2 at WKU.
You heard it.
Here at Victory Laps. You heard it here. It's good, brother. You straight?
Man. You already know.
How you what, man?
Living.
For sure.
Tired for real.
Hey, yo, bro.
What's good?
What is that? What is that?
That?
Yeah, what is it?
That's what's next, gang.
That's an interesting contraption.
Bro, that's called Chugging Nights. It's the newest game out, and when I tell you it's lit, bro, went to a darty last week, you feel me? Everybody was huddled by the pool playing this, bro. This is the next game to have all your parties lit, especially your summer vibes where you need something cool on the beach.
So you telling me I need to tap in?
Immediately.
Can we tap?
Yeah.
Can we tap in right now?
Right now.
Come on.
Right now.
It's in real, man.
Hey, what, man?
Down at my lowest, people they ain't even notice. Call me a real, I'm a poet. I cop it and blow it. After college with my bros, gotta get shit back in motion. Down at my lowest, shit got me feeling so cold. Know I'm that nigga loaded. I gotta stay focused. Lost and regaining my focus. Gotta get shit back in motion. Hey, crash the whip. Hey, I got it.
So do you have any advice for any of these young ladies out there that's trying to chase their dreams,
Yeah.
following your footsteps?
I would say don't let anyone persuade you to do something that you don't want to do or keep you in a box. And for volleyball specifically, learn the game entirely. Like, don't, just because you're training a certain position doesn't mean like you can't work on other stuff to be more versatile. And that's something that I wish I would have done, or one of my former coaches would have pushed on me to do so more. But yeah, definitely try to be versatile and learn the entire game.
And you're not lying, because you got to be a student of the game, because you can't look at none of the greats and say that they was only good at one thing.
Yeah, because they know how to do everything.
Exactly.
And when you get overseas, like I've gone now, everyone knows how to do everything, even like the younger girls, because they train every position. Even though they're primarily something else, they work on everything.
Nah, for sure. I feel like overseas taking over in a lot of areas.
Like sports in general?
A lot of areas in sports.
Yeah, for sure. For
They
sure.
coming.
How do you feel about the development of the youth in the U.S. right now for girls or for women's and girls volleyball?
I feel like it's pretty. It's on the climb from the youth to the pro level. Like, I think the development is growing. I think it's growing pretty fast, to be honest, just because of what I've seen on social media with the different clubs and all the girls. Like, I think it's growing pretty fast, at a faster rate than it was when I was playing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely becoming popular. Paris Olympics coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a volleyball? What is it? Is it going to be in the sand?
No,
or is it
no, it's going to be
on the
indoor.
court,
I'm sure
indoors?
there's going to be a beach
Beach one?
volleyball.
That's
but-
summer though, isn't it? Well, I guess this is a summer though. This is a summer Olympics. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's going to be both.
Should we? Speaking of Olympics,
Go ahead,
speaking of
answer,
Olympics,
boss.
hey,
Go
speaking of
ahead,
Olympics,
answer.
is that something that you see yourself doing in the future?
You know, when I first started playing, I remember when I was 14, that was like my second year of playing club, and I actually made the ones team. My first year I made the threes, and then my second year I made the ones team. And I was like, maybe I'm actually kind of good. Maybe I can keep doing this. And so back then I was definitely like, I want to go to the Olympics. Like, why not? As I've gotten older, I've been more iffy about it. Just like, if it happens, it happens. But if not, like, I'm content with that as well. Just because I've still gotten the opportunity to even be in the national team's gym. I've met the national team coach a few different times.
Need that.
I don't know. I'm just content with it at this rate.
Well, I'm an advocate for you.
Look, we trying to
Put her on put her on there.
What number?
Right
what number
now.
you trying to wear?
5.
All right, we trying to see that number 5 USA. What's up?
We with all of that. Shout out NapTown. We with it.
All right, so your accolades were coming in pretty consecutively year after year. Did you ever take that time to stop to celebrate, to really just reflect?
Honestly, I did that a little bit after, but I was really thinking, the fact that you're asking me that is kind of funny because I was actually thinking about that 2 days ago. Like, because my mom has my awards set up across our fireplace. And so they're out for whoever comes in our house and is looking at them, honestly. But I was just kind of like sitting back, like, wow, like when you're in it and it's currently happening, it's just, or it's happened multiple times, it's just kind of like,
You're
okay,
a winner.
it's like,
You're a winner.
no, not that, but it's just like a goal. Like, it's just like, it's like a common or a normal goal for you. Like, I did it once, I got to do it again. Or let's see how far I can push this or take this.
Just
or
on to the next
best.
one.
Yeah. So I don't really, that's honestly, when I'm playing, that's how I am when I score a point. Like, I'm not cheering like, yay. I'm just like, all right, next point.
Right. Like I expected to do this.
Yeah. It's basically an expectation. So I never really sat back and was like, yeah, like you did that. But when y'all asking me these questions and I went over the list and that was one of them, I was like, that's a good question.
Nah, that's exactly why you're here. We want you to come run your lap, come
Learn your story.
embrace that success, you know?
Yeah.
Look at that journey.
Yeah. You nothing but
Reflect.
deserving. Nothing
Yes.
but it.
And
Appreciate it.
a lot of times in life, we just move on to the next task because we just feel like, especially when we not where we want to be,
Yes.
we feel like we got to get there.
Yeah.
And so we stop looking at them and start focusing on the moment, and our eyes is only focused on the future and what's ahead.
Yeah.
And you gotta be in the moment, or you're going to look back and wish you would have been in the moment because
Yeah.
you don't got no memories.
You don't want those regrets.
You don't.
Facts.
You don't, for sure.
So what? Tell us what hardships did you have starting from like club all the way to college, and now since you're a pro.
I don't really remember the hardships in club outside of
It was just
deciding on if I wanted to stay with the club I was playing with. Like, that was probably the hardest decision at the time.
who'd you play for?
I played for Team Indiana, and the Munciana coach, which is one of the best clubs in the nation, actually. One of the best clubs in the nation.
Munciana?
Yeah, is actually
That's crazy.
in Indiana.
It is.
That's crazy.
It's in Muncie. Yeah.
The
duh.
dirty. That's what I'm gonna say about that.
But he would talk to me and my mom whenever we would have a tournament and we'd be in the same vicinity, like trying to get me to go over there. And we're just kind of like, no. But looking back on it, I wish I would have thought it out a little more instead of just being like loyal. Like, I'm big on loyalty. And so I was like, I've been with them for this amount of time and like I've grown. I like the coach. Like, I like the girls. I'm not going to leave. And
Yeah, it can be a tough decision for sure, especially at a young age too.
yeah. But in college, I would say my freshman year, I almost tore my UCL in my elbow. So it's like a ligament right in here. But it caused me to have to sit out for 2.5 months, almost 3. And I missed like half the season. And that was kind of hard to deal with just because that was my first serious injury that I had to actually miss games for. And my coach was kind of like hyping me up in the beginning and saying like, oh, you could be this or you could be like freshman of the year and all that stuff. And I was just kind of like, whoa. And then I get injured before our first game. Like, I got injured in like a scrimmage for the fans because our male practice player was trying to show out and hit the ball stupid hard. And yeah, that's what happened with that. And so I had to sit out, and I ended up coming back halfway through the season. I should have redshirted because it would have given me another opportunity. But once again, wasn't thinking like that. I was just like, no, like I want to play. And so I played. And ever since then, like it'd be on and off irritation. And like even in my last season in Portugal, it was kind of bothering me. But other than that, physically, no, I haven't had any. God bless. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, God bless.
I haven't had any like major issues
Yeah.
that have prevented me from playing.
Usually that's what it is. The physical injuries
Yeah.
mess people up. But speaking about your college injury, Talk about how do you feel about this NCAA now? They getting paid. They just passed it.
It hurts my soul.
Yeah, they just passed
good
it.
for them, like getting money at a young age, like that could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. But for me, man, I wish I would have had that opportunity. Like even with NIL, I was still in college when they started coming out with it, but because I was at a smaller school, it wasn't how they presented it at bigger schools. Like teams would get NIL deals without even having to do anything. Like they would contact them. But at smaller schools like Western Kentucky, you would have to reach out to them, and then it would be a maybe, also depending on your following or if you had a blue check or all that took place. And so by the time I was gone, that's when they came out with allowing them to do other things, and it made it a lot easier for athletes to get NIL deals and actually get money from it. Like when I first did it, I did like a little NIL deal with like some skincare. I don't even know the name. It was, but I didn't get money. I just got product. A lot of these athletes these days are getting money. Like
Cars.
they are cars. Houses, apartments paid for, fully furnished. Like I've seen it. I witnessed it. They're actually getting cash, like 6-figure deals. Like it's crazy.
It's a college.
Crazy.
It was a football team. I think it was Utah. They all got like Toyota
the
trucks.
same Tahoe.
Yeah, like
bro. Boy, hey, I said,
I'd have been
and they
lit.
got them in the same color though, cuz.
Yeah, hey,
like
I don't care. I would have been happy.
I feel you, but bro, how you gonna know which car yours if you don't park in the front?
That license plate, they gonna get all their stuff
Some
custom.
in the window.
Yeah, 10. Some of them gonna have 10. Some of them ain't.
Yeah.
Fishbowl.
No.
Was it? Did you? You ain't gotta be federal or nothing, but was there any under the table deals that
For me?
Not for you. Well, for you or for any of the girls that was on your team.
No one on my team.
Nobody was getting that NIL money up under the.
I do know, like at other schools, some of the Power 5 schools, those were happening for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm already knowing.
Yeah.
It was definitely going down.
Hey, it was definitely going down though on the men's teams though. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Always is.
Like everybody getting that paper now though.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody, because I heard like if you play for like Army or Navy, like I don't even think they get. I think you can't get paid, or they can't get paid, or they can't get a copy of the game or something like that. Football. I'm talking football.
Oh.
But
I can't speak on that.
yeah, I ain't gonna say too much because I gotta do some research on that. But that's what I heard.
Oh, bro. So let's talk pro career. Can you walk us through that transition from collegiate to pro volleyball player, and what's the biggest difference?
So for me, it was a little different just because my entire volleyball career I've played middle up until I was a pro, and when I became a professional, I transitioned to playing opposite, which is right side. And so my journey has been a little different just because I'm learning a lot of things that girls in high school already know or are used to that play my position. And so I'm playing catch up. So it's been a lot harder than I anticipated, but I'm down for it. It's a challenge, and I'm just excited to see where it takes me, honestly. Just because I'm getting better as I consistently do it, and I guess I can say it on here. I signed to play in France. I kind of told you guys before, but I signed to play in France in the first league, and so that's already a step in a higher direction. And I'm working with a coach out of Italy. He's the coach for the team I signed for, and so I'm just really excited to see where that journey takes me and how I can reach.
Hey, we excited for you.
That's another lap. That's another lap for her. Another drink for me.
So let's talk training. What does your training regimen consist of?
Like when I'm overseas or when I'm home
in season
by myself? Oh, in season, preseason, honestly, it's not even just preseason. Typically, you practice twice a day, and so it's not twice a day every day. It is in the beginning, definitely to get enough reps to where you're comfortable and working with everybody else. But practicing twice a day, In the weight room once a day, and then it'll go to like once every other day. And then once we start playing games, it just depends on our schedule, and honestly depends on the club. But typically, from my experience, and then also asking other girls that have played overseas, you practice every day. Off day on the weekends or in the middle of the week. But again, it depends on your game schedule.
And so, what about off season?
Off season, I'm still working on a regimen that fits to what I like and what I want to do. So like right now, I've been trying to get in the gym with my old club, Team Indiana, just so I can get some touches on the ball. And I've been in contact with them since I left. Like I've never been out of contact with them, and so they know what I'm doing, and so they always let me come in there when I go home. And then in the weight room, Planet Fitness, LA Fitness, or in my living room, depending on my time. But yeah, just in the gym.
No, that's
gyms.
dope. And you say you play for Team Indiana, so one of my mentees, shout out Kirsten Pipes, one of my students from last year, she played for Team Indiana, so I'm going to get y'all in contact.
Okay.
I'm going to have to make that happen.
Okay, bet.
I'm going to figure out what her coach name is. Maybe you know her coach. I don't know.
For the younger girls, they have a lot of new people.
Yeah, that's what I said.
facilitating, so-
You might know. I don't know.
But yeah, you could definitely do
I
that.
think it's a girl, though. But
So, moving to a new country it takes an adjustment in a lot of ways. One of them being food. And our sources told us you a picky eater, not to offend.
I'm a picky eater, too.
You feel me? To each his own, of course. So how was that cuisine transition?
So I will say my palate has expanded. And that was my goal.
Not the palate.
My palate, my taste buds have expanded. That was a goal when I was going to go over there. I wasn't going to be... I'm typically open-minded person anyway, but when it comes to like stuff like food, I used to be very particular. But
Oh yeah, are you the type like you don't like your food touching?
oh no, I didn't care about that.
Yeah, that's me.
It just
I'm not with that.
it's
You
just
one of
certain
those?
foods.
Yeah, like
You one of those?
like hey, even today at work, right?
He said true story.
True story. Hey, every time they bring the casserole, I'm not touching it.
The what?
The breakfast
Oh, yeah,
casserole,
'cause
I'm
you're
not
at
touching
school.
it.
You're
Yeah,
at
I'm not
school.
touching it.
Yeah.
That's for like for special occasions.
Yeah.
But I appreciate them. Shout out them. I appreciate them for making that. But it's just me. My preference, I'm not touching it.
He said, I appreciate that.
For real, I appreciate them. But I don't touch that. That's how picky I am. I ain't start eating burgers until damn near high school.
So you the dude at the cookout with multiple plates, huh?
Yeah.
What's your
Nah, not multiple plates.
What's your favorite kind of food?
Shrimp.
Seafood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love seafood.
Oh,
Shrimp.
bro.
Yes, sir.
Seafood,
Yes,
crab,
sir.
crab,
Pizza,
shrimp,
pasta.
you feel me? Macaroni, my go-to too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, mac and cheese.
is
Baked
definitely my
macaroni.
favorite.
That's what I
food.
lived off of. Chicken nuggets, pizza,
Not the nuggies.
what, spaghetti? That's what I lived off of as a
Ramen?
kid. Ramen. I ain't really get into the ramen until like
Good,
middle
it's
school.
terrible for you.
Yeah, nah, I don't eat it no more.
No, but when I went to Thailand, they had a lot of spicy foods, and I don't even like hot sauce. So a lot of their traditional foods, I was just kind of like, no. And I can show y'all some pictures just because
Have you
I
tried
don't even
kimchi?
think y'all.
Hey, man.
Kimchi?
Oh, I thought you
That
said something else.
sounded completely.
I thought you said
Hey.
something else.
I'm gonna spell it out. Kimchi. Kimchi.
Yeah.
Not finna hold you. Why is there $1 up there? But
We know why.
that
We know
sounded like
why.
something was completely.
It's only one way it got up there. Only one way. Only one way. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, kimchi. Y'all gotta look it up. Man, look.
You better
I didn't know nothing
enunciate,
about it
man.
until my fiance, put me on. It's an
Yeah.
Asian thing.
Never, no. I can show y'all some pictures though,
'Cause
because
she
I
from
feel like some
Singapore.
of the stuff. Oh, okay.
So that's like it's not that close,
no,
but
it's not close, but it's
yeah,
in
it's in
that-
Asia though. Yeah, it's in Asia. Southeast
Yeah.
Asia.
I can show y'all some pictures though after this. Like y'all wouldn't like, no.
What's the weirdest thing you ate? You was overseas. They
Probably
be
some
doing some
squid.
other
I ate
What's
that
the
every
weirdest
year.
thing you ever ate? Because my pops used to watch that like Man versus Food and all that other so I used to see dude eat some exotic stuff. What's the weirdest thing you ate?
Or seen somebody
you eat some
eat.
goat tongue or something? What's up?
Yeah.
I would say I could tell you the weirdest thing I've seen, and it was in Thailand. It was so basically once a week, every Friday before our game, we would have to go to like this temple, and they would go to the temple to pray. And so there'd be a table full of offerings, and it'd be food on the table. But the weirdest thing I saw was a pig's head on that table.
Straight
Like,
pig head.
Straight, like a legit pig head.
No guts in it, just
No gut. Well,
empty.
there's a tongue.
I mean, the whole head, right?
I'm talking about like the
But
brain,
it's
like they took
like-
the guts out.
That was definitely the weirdest thing I've seen. Weirdest thing I've tried food wise. Even if I did try something and I had a picture of it in my phone, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
I ain't mad at you.
Wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
What was it like? Like, give
The
us
environment.
describe it to us a little bit. Paint us a picture.
The environment or the food?
Not the food. Oh, you talking about the food still?
Yeah.
Okay, go very easy.
Let me fix my phone setup. I'm just.
Hey,
Like, I want to try to figure out if it was, what it was.
I don't know. Like one of them, it looked like.
what was your go-to meal? What was your go-to meal?
Wait.
That's gonna tell it all, though.
My go-to meal was their fast food.
Oh, that tell it all right there.
Their fast food was so good. Oh my god.
I know they definitely got some different stuff.
That don't tell me what she was
All right.
Okay,
eating
but
that-
the weirdest thing, I have a picture of it. I couldn't try it. I could not try it. But it was like, so when you're serving food in bulk and it comes in that big platter, it was like, so it looked like boiled eggs, but they were brown and the liquid was brown, and it looked like I can't. I have to show you. I have to show you.
Brown, is that what
It's
you said?
describable. Yes, it's brown. It's like a brown egg. Like when you boil an egg and you peel it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like that. Like they're peeled.
See, I don't even eat hard-boiled eggs.
Ugh.
I don't even
Yeah,
eat those.
You don't like egg in your salad?
Do I? No.
Oh, you criminal.
No, you're a criminal.
In Portugal, it's kind of it's on the poorer side of a country, and so they had eggs with every meal, like or at least offered it with every meal, and so like a fried egg would
Real
be,
courtesy.
a fried egg would be on a steak if you asked for a steak, or on a piece of a chicken breast or something. Like that was like traditional Portuguese dish, and so it was normal.
I feel like
Yeah,
you see that in the States now.
you do.
People put like fried egg on.
Maybe at like
shit.
fancy restaurants.
Yeah, like they be
Yeah.
putting fried egg on steak and shit like that on meat.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
But nah, you said the fast food. You said you was hitting the fast food restaurant. So which one was McDonald's?
It was like
Burger
their
King.
fast food. Now McDonald's over there, McDonald's in Portugal was good, but in Thailand, Pizza Hut was good. Oh my gosh, Pizza
Pizza Hut.
was
Pizza
fire.
Hut was fire back in my day, middle school and high school. I'm more of a Papa John's guy now.
Ugh.
But what you think the difference was
I don't know.
between like the
I feel
states?
like it being less it's not processed as much, and like the chemicals, like even in the grocery stores. So for example, in Portugal, when you're in the grocery stores in America, you go to produce and you're trying to get some milk or you're trying to get some eggs. They're in the refrigerator, right? Over there, they're not in the fridge. They're on a shelf. Both milk and eggs, and they last a lot longer because they're not pasteurized. Y'all can look into that a little more after.
Nah, it's all of the
but
they
like,
put in there. Yeah, bro.
and the eggs are a little more orange. So like, I'm at home making breakfast, making eggs, and I'm like, this look a little funny, but it's just because of what I've been used to over there. So it's just it's very different how they do things over there.
Yeah,
I said the same thing when I ate an egg off Aunt Melinda Farm for the first time. I was
Aunt
like, this
Melinda
look
Farm.
different.
Where's that at?
My rest her soul, my Aunt Melinda, on granddad's side of the family, down in Mississippi.
Oh,
My
okay.
bro, I used to go down there every year. We used to have a big old family reunion on A. Melinda Farm. We used to go down. We actually doing one of probably the first one since she really passed this year. Yeah, getting
dope.
back to it.
That's what's up.
What you got over there?
Where we at, man? So look, what's your opinion on the state of women's volleyball in the U.S. right now? They got a couple leagues. We already spoke about it earlier.
Yeah, League One Volleyball is a league that's coming out, a pro league that's coming out in 2025, but they already been working with the youth for a couple of years now, honestly. And then Real Pro is the new one that debuted in January of this year, 2024. I think volleyball is a trending topic right now within women's sports and the youth, and I think that it's gonna just continue to grow, especially with the different platforms they're allowing it to be televised on, and the access. Like, I could watch the Real Pro volleyball games on YouTube. Like, you can't really do that with other things, or you have to buy a subscription or something, but it was free. And then League One, I think they're partnering with MSNBC or
Yeah, I think I
ESPN.
have seen that.
They're partnering with ESPN. So major outlets, and that just drags more attention to it. And so it's just going to continue to expand.
You think they'll bring a team to Indiana?
They are.
They are?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's going to be called?
No, I don't.
We
But I've
gonna
been in
tap in.
contact, and they're coming out with a team in 2025.
Oh, so you've been in contact.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Another lot. We love that. We love to hear that.
Yeah, so we talked about it a little bit earlier, but wanted to touch on it again. In terms of its ceiling, how far or how close do you think volleyball is to hitting women's volleyball is to hitting its ceiling in terms of growth?
Growth within the game or growth personally?
Within the game, as far as across popularity.
I think it's almost at its peak. I wouldn't say ceiling, but I think it's almost at its peak. I feel like they're allowing a lot more, just kind of like what I said earlier, they're allowing a lot more platforms to be streamed, for the games to be streamed on. And so it's easier access, and people don't have to spend like $20 on a subscription. Just kind of like, for example, I've been trying to watch the VNL games, and that's the national teams that are playing in this tournament, this summer tournament. And I haven't been watching them because I'm not trying to pay for that subscription. Like, come on.
Who's that subscription through?
VNL, Volleyball Nations League.
So you got to go on like their website?
Yep, you got to buy it. I've already tried to go around, unless I want to watch highlights and not the whole game. You got to pay.
That might be a problem that they having too, though. They might be trying to put it out there on a network, but they probably not messing with them.
I definitely feel her pain in a different way, because I can't stand when bro is not playing in conference play and he playing some school that got their own network.
Yeah.
They want you to subscribe to that.
Boy, that $5.99.
Man, that
Come
used
on
to
down.
press me, bro. Like, I'm not finna give y'all $12.99 for this one game.
Yeah, that $5.99.
Go back and watch that.
They don't even offer you no 3-day trial, so you can go ahead and ditch that mud.
Because they already know. They already know.
They know.
I know.
They ain't stupid.
Would you be interested in having your own club team? Have you ever thought about that?
No, just because I've always known that I didn't want to be a coach. But owning my own, maybe not club team, but owning my own club.
Might have to make that shake.
Maybe. I've never thought of that.
That's definitely something you can do for sure.
Definitely.
Because it's definitely like 707. Like, when it comes to 707, there's so many teams now. Like, it's crazy.
No, bro.
And AAU basketball. It's crazy. And like we've been talking about, like, the volleyball starting to become bigger. So the AAU circuit is only going to become bigger and bigger now, too. There's definitely more teams than, like when we was in high school.
Facts. I'm going to definitely put that in my...
Yeah, put that in your notes.
Yeah.
It's time. What we gonna call it? What we gonna call it?
What was it?
I'm a co-founder.
What was the... what was that name earlier, that other team?
Team Indiana?
Nah, it was another one.
Muncie.
Hey,
That's taken.
That is still crazy.
Hey, nah, it got to be something like that though. It got to be something wild like that.
Loriana.
Don't bite completely off of their name, but
bite completely. I don't know. LM. You got a nickname?
how could be the Indiana?
You got a nickname?
People call me Low, or they call me my Instagram name Swift Low.
Squad low.
Ooh.
Squad low. Low squad. Squad
Honestly,
low.
you probably just gotta keep Swift Low.
Swift.
Hey, that worked too.
I don't know.
I'm thinking strictly like for a club team. No name. We can't use Swift Flow though.
Why not?
That's what I'm trying to mingle Swift Low. It just sounds a little
Yeah,
funny.
too much.
Yeah.
Swift Flow. Low.
Yeah, I don't know.
Greater
It's
than your
kinda hard.
usual. Above, beyond,
Stop
average.
reading that sign.
Remarkable.
We was just talking about that.
Extraordinary. Hey. But nah, man. So as we conclude this episode, we want to thank our special guest, Lauren Matthews. We appreciate you coming on the pod and running your lap,
I
sis.
still had a question.
Oh, you got a question? Man, go ahead, ask your
me was I
question.
done. You see how rude he
Man,
is to
look.
me?
We gonna talk. We gonna be talking right after the vid anyway. It don't even matter.
That's crazy.
Go crazy though. Ask your question, brother.
You feel me? As somebody who works in sports, I was just curious on how the endorsement side of things worked over there as far as women's volleyball, how actively, seeking sponsors are, everything of that nature.
I would say sponsors are actively seeking athletes with bigger platforms on social media. So blue check, 10K plus followers, just a lot of attention on your page. So I feel like that's what they kind of gravitate towards, because there's a way they can monitor it. I forgot how, but they can check like people on your page, kind of like how you have the insight if your page is public.
Oh yeah, they can check that engagement for sure.
Yeah. So it just depends on social media. That's the biggest thing nowadays.
You got the
How
blue
many
check?
followers you have?
You got the blue check?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But how many followers do I have?
Mm-hmm.
Follow me on the gram, Swift Low,
There it is.
Swift _ low.
We're going to have to add that on to the...
It's going to be on there. It's going to be in the comments.
Yeah.
Well, not the comments, but the description below.
Mhm.
You feel me? Definitely.
I'll follow back.
Look, we going to make sure. Hey, look.
How'd you find out you had the blue check?
My college gave it to me.
They gave it to you.
I don't know how they did it. It was a process, but my alma mater did it for me.
Oh, yeah. They submitted some
That
applications
sounds like an
on your
insider
behalf.
to me.
They submitted some applications on her
It's really,
behalf.
I feel like it's not hard to get. And then once they started giving it to everybody, like, I feel like it lost its significance.
Yeah.
So it really don't even mean nothing to me personally.
Before you had to pay for it, it wasn't too much. You just had to have like a certain number of publications like out there.
Yeah,
and
you just
stuff
needed
like
to
that.
be in a newspaper, honestly, a couple times. And
Exactly.
you were fine. Like, it was not hard. But they were picky with who they were letting have it.
Nah, definitely.
I can't believe people was buying that for real. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Y'all not getting no sub to my
Not
bank
only was they
account
buying them, though, they was selling them. Then selling the account. They was selling the
everything's a
account.
hustle. Everything's a hustle.
Yeah, people definitely doing that. Couldn't be me though.
Y'all be safe though.
Yeah, be safe.
Man, I guess you can end it now, man.
Appreciate you, brother. So, man, as we conclude this episode, thank you to our special guest, Lauren Matthews. Appreciate you for coming and running your lap.
Thank y'all for having me. Really appreciate it.
Yes, man. Yes, ma'am.
Anytime.
Can't wait to stay
Anytime.
posted with your new endeavors and all of that. Definitely gonna peep in. I wasn't able to catch a game. That's my bad.
That's all good.
We gonna watch
Yeah,
a game
we-
together
yeah.
this next season.
We definitely gonna lock in now. But this is why we doing this.
Yeah.
Exposure. Man, but as we wrap up our second guest episode of the Victory Lights Pod, man, thanks for joining us. Man, and remember to follow, like, share, and comment as we continue exploring the journeys of heroes both known and unsung. Victory Lights Pod, we out.